Good morning, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about how to improve title and meta description tags in 2021. This is parte dos. My name is Kashif Mughal. This is being brought to you by Cash Data Consulting LLC. Happy Friday. I'm supporting Bucky the Badger from Wisconsin. He's been losing on the football. I think he's been partying a little too much, so hopefully my wearing hat is going to work. But anyway, let's jump into this. Okay, Cash, what are title and meta description tags? Definitions again, please. You may have missed that first part, so I'm just going to take this slide to kind of go over them. Title tag, also known as page title, is one of the most important SEO and on-page factors. Why? Why is that? Well, let me show you. If I do this quick search, already did this, but let's say it's Christmas, almost Christmas time, but let's say you did this, right? And here I'm getting some listings, so 60 plus gift ideas, 54 best ideas. Google's already suggesting some other things, 59 best ideas. Okay, I mean, this all of these things are popping up, right? The key here is the first thing you see about a website, okay, right there. That's a title tag, okay? Now this one's interesting because it says Today Show, which is one of the things I watch. So I may just click on that, okay, and just look at that information. My point simply is that, if you are lucky enough to get on that first page, why not make that first impression, right? What is it? First impression is the last impression. So this thing is the title tag. The next two lines are actually the meta description. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to show you that, but let me go there. Now for the title tag, the SEO experts say it should be limited to 60 characters. I think that's fine. Meta description, the one I just showed you, is the second most. Okay, so the first and the second most important information on your website for ranking is the meta description, right? And I just mentioned that again. If I go back here, people aren't going to sit and click on every little listing. Okay. Now this one, I like that it says shop our best gift ideas. Okay, that's kind of unique too. And then if I go further down, I also like this one. It says best gift ideas. Don't you want to get a best gift idea? So again, when you're doing searches, you may not realize it, but these things are happening instantly. Now this one is interesting. I think what Google is doing here is, looks like they have picked something randomly from their website, which by the way, the search engine can do that. They are under no obligation to use your title tag that you specify or the meta description. They can just pick something from the website and just do that, okay? But anyway, let me go back into this. Now for the meta description, and the SEO plugins, we're going to be looking at those later. They say for meta description, it should be below 160 characters. In our research, really with working with many clients for the last 10 years, I think up to 200 characters is just fine. You should also use geo hints. What does that mean? Well, we're in Plano, Texas, right? So if you're doing, I don't know, if you are a heart surgeon in Plano, you may want to put that in your title and meta description, okay? Now, another important thing for a lot of these is your main keyword really needs to be in the beginning, okay, and maybe repeated and mixed. So again, I keep going back to this one, right? What was my search? My search was Christmas gifts, okay? So notice that none of these companies are putting their names first. They're starting with what I'm searching for, okay? Which is gifts and Christmas and things like that, okay? So that's very important point to know. Let me just jump into really what we're going to cover. So for the blend today, for this online marketing tutorial, we will be focusing on three things, right? First of all, our client websites. I'll show you some before and after. Then we're going to look at our website because I found a page that can be improved. And then the third thing is content from one of my students at a local college where I teach digital marketing. Okay, so this is a good way for you to also learn. You may be struggling with that. We may go over WordPress plugins if we have time. If we don't have time, these videos can be long-winded because I'm a teacher. But first, let's talk about tags. Okay, again, I just want to dig a little bit deeper into this. So again, title tag, which is also known as page title. Let's go over some of the basics, right? It's really a quick blurb about every page on your website, right? So when I say every page, you may have 200 pages on your website or 200 blogs. Every single one of those pages and blogs should be unique. One of the biggest mistakes companies make, or maybe their lazy web designer or website guy, is that they don't change them. I've seen so many clients, the same title tag, same meta description everywhere. You are shooting yourself in the foot when you do that, okay? Now, why is this important? Two things, really. First of all, the search engines use this information to understand what your page is all about and possibly rank you, right? Well, that's the idea. This is, again, one more time, the first thing a user will encounter. Okay, so if I go, I'm not having any cardiac issue, but if I do cardiac surgeon, right, near me, let's just try that. I don't know if it'll pick it up. Not having surgery today, I hope, but you get the map over there, and then of course you have some companies, Baylor Scott and White, cardio, thoracic surgeon, surgery, right? Baylor Scott and White, Mr. Michael McBride is showing up. The first thing I'm literally again looking at is this one, okay? Now this one, they decided to go with a person. I would have suggested to go this one. If I want to have my heart open, I would rather go to a best cardiac thoracic surgeon, right? So again, first thing people are looking at, if you can spend 5 to 10 minutes coming up with that awesome catchy title. It has to be keyword rich, it has to be appealing. You want to write it in a manner so the person clicks on it, okay? Definitely don't be spammy about it. I mean, there's lots of articles about this, and I'll show you one of those in a minute, but those are some of the things. So let me jump into the actual demo because I don't want to just talk and talk. So here's an interesting, we'll start with the word, the student example. So let me make this a little bit bigger. I like this picture. It says 7 dwarfs of menopause. I didn't even know that until today, but here's a sample content. I hope you can see that. Their keyword has been highlighted already, which is hormone imbalance, right? We get that. I'm probably feeling that right now. So, but let me come down here and show you what I really mean by this, right? So their title tag initially was, ABC Therapy Inc. Hormone Imbalance. That's great, but again, they're starting with the company name. We don't want to do that, right? We want to start with the search term, the keyword term, which is hormone imbalance, okay? So a better one here you can see is that we just start with the actual term, okay? And then give them some ideas on how, this is one of the therapies this clinic offers, how you can do that, okay? Put that in there next. Same thing here. Well, we'll come back to description in a little bit, but this is how we do this. Right? Let me jump into the other document. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these searches. So let's just try, this is one of our former clients that I'm going to show you, right? If I go to Google and I type in glaucoma specialist, Orange County, they're out in California. In fact, this is their listing. The first listing on there has been optimized. This is a client from a few years ago. So, but if I scroll down, you'll see this is their listing. I think it's the 4th or the 5th one. If I go to their website, right? By the way, you can see the title tag I didn't mention, but it's up in the tab here, right there, okay? So it's glaucoma specialist, Orange County, right? It's a nice little article with a picture of the eye. Very, very clean, very polished website, okay? But going back to this, and let me make this a little bit bigger too. Their original tag was, they just talked about their company and Orange County. Well, that's not so great, okay? We optimized it and we used the word, glaucoma specialist right off the bat, okay? That's what you want to do. Then let's look at another one. This is a OBGYN client that we have in Austin, Texas, right? So let me go here, search for this one, okay? When I do that, it's going to be a little bit different because I'm sitting in Plano, Texas. So I don't know if they by the way, I'm not logged in, so these are considered natural organic results, but there they are right there. Okay, so they're the 10th spot. I mean, out of 67 million, look at this, 67 million searches, they're number 10. I mean, that's great. And look at this though, it starts with, again, natural ways to encourage labor, right? You go to this page. It's written very well by them, and like I said, optimized. It kind of goes into lots of information. feel free to check it out if you're interested. I'm not giving birth anytime soon, so I'm not going to do that. But again, same thing here. The original one was natural labor, but you add more information to that, okay? You add the expression, the term, the search term, the keyword that people are typing. It's all about whatever people are searching and what can we offer, right? We're connecting the two. Well, we're not connecting, Google's connecting them, right? So the next one, let's just kind of keep going because this best way to learn this is through, and same thing here. I mean, if you look at their original was Dr. Lisi, right? When we optimized it, it should say that. I hope it says that. I don't really know. But let me go here and then I'm going to search for this. Actually, sorry, this is a different browser. Let me go back to this one. I'm logged into the other browser. And I do apologize. I'm kind of jumping around a little bit here. But here you go. So same thing here. This is our client, they're number 2 on this list, right? And if I go scroll down, I mean, this is great. They're the top 3 spots naturally, right? And so again, when I click on this page or this link, first thing you see, what's the first thing people see? Kids Dentist Allen. That was our search term, right? Now the nice thing about this company is that their name of the company is also Kids Pediatric Dentistry, and they are fortunate enough to have that domain. I mean, that's a great. I mean, it's like it's check, right? Okay, so those were some of the examples. I can show you one more before we move to the meta description. So when I search for Plano SEO, okay. And this is our company actually. In fact, I'm logged in here, so let me show you this. I do want to show you this, how to change this. So if I come here, let's say, so I'm number 4. It says Plano SEO, Dallas SEO company. So I'm a little, it's a little bit irritating that this one says Dallas SEO, okay? And I can check that if I go up here again. I think my thought process was to put Dallas in there, but again, it should really be focused on Plano. So I'm actually logged in here, and I'm going to, it's running WordPress. I'm going to go find the page, okay? And if I search for that, let me search for that page. This is good to know how to update this because we get asked this question a lot, like how do I update this, right? So let me find this. Let's see, Plano SEO, Plano digital marketing. I believe this is the page. So and it was published in 2014. So, and the page is ranking itself, by the way. I mean, the page is doing great. So, some people may say like, hey, do you really want to change this? But I kind of want to show you how to change the actual SEO part. So if I come down here, right, this is where I'm going to, in fact, let me do this. I want to make sure it's the right page. Okay, so this is the right page, and I'm going to change this. Let's just change it to Plano Digital Marketing. Let's just call it that. Plano, in fact, we'll just kind of keep it simple here. Plano Digital Marketing, right? Or I'm just kind of sticking with SEO, digital marketing in Plano. Let's try that. I just want to go ahead and change, show you how to update this. So that's the title right here. You can see the meta description. In fact, WordPress shows you, and this is the one here. So I'm going to go ahead and update this, right? Let me go ahead and update this real quick. So we said Plano SEO, digital marketing in Plano, and then I'm going to click on the page itself, right? So somehow our title tag did not change, which we may have to come back, but this is how you change it. Let me show you this one instead. Maybe sometimes this happens. This is our OBGYN client. So let me go into the pages here, right? And I'm going to change this one, or at least try to change this one. Same thing here. I'm going to search for natural. And if I find the, let's see, natural, just natural birth. Back here. Actually, let's just say encourage. I think encourage labor. I think that was one of the ones that we wanted to look at. Here it is. So natural ways to encourage labor. If I go into edit again, right, I'm going to, this is the same page we were looking at earlier. So here, let me just change this to, I'm just going to say a test here, just to make sure that this is actually showing up. So natural ways test, I'm just changing the title tag. I mean, I will fix it later, but just to kind of show you if this is working. So when I update this, go to view page, right? Right here. Okay, so this one actually worked. It's good when things actually work. So you can tell by when I hover over this, it says natural ways test 2. Okay, so that was what I wanted to talk about, the title tag. This video is going a little bit longer, but it's okay. It's these are important things to cover, so that's why. And if I'm going too fast, I do apologize. Come back and look at it again. But let's take a look at this one. So meta description is, again, this is your second chance, right? So you had that one chance to catch the search engines and users' attention. If you did not do that, this is your second chance, right? Now, this one, the experts say it should be less than 160 characters. Again, in our research from the last 10 years, honestly, up to 200 is okay. I believe Moz, if you go, let me switch back here real quick. There's a great article from Moz.com into this. It says the ultimate guide to SEO meta tags, and I think I just broke my machine. So, you know, they go into this, right? They go into that, and I think somewhere in here they actually talk about that. Hey, it can be up to 300 characters. So, but I think 200 characters is fine. Again, why is this important? Because Google, Yahoo, and Bing, they are using meta description to find out about who you are, right, and possibly rank you. Again, this is the second most important thing. I can't say this how many times. And if you're lucky enough to get your chance, get your ranking, okay. Now for meta description, you can also, like I said, you can use one or two sentences. This is also part of the head section. Okay, so let me go back to the examples, and I think this is probably where we're going to wrap up. Here, if I do, so our meta description down here, if you can see, is it says we start with hormone imbalance. You notice that? Almost all people over the age of 40 experience this, blah, blah, blah. And now watch this. If I do a control F on this, okay, and if I search for hormone, right, you can see that I'm highlighting that term 3 times, okay? So in meta description, you can do it 3 times, I want to say. In title tag, you can do it up to 2 times, okay? No more than that, I would say. Okay, so that's one example there. If I go back to these pages here, let's scroll down. And by the way, we're going to upload these documents to the video description, so you can check these out. I mean, this is nothing super secretive. I have the meta description optimization if you're in the UK. And then towards the end, I've actually included the websites too, so you can check them out. But let's go through this again. So this one apparently has no meta description, which you definitely want to add that. Okay, I would suggest that. And then now this one, the natural ways to encourage labor. I'm not going to show you the websites because we already covered those, but I am going to show you how to update this, right? So natural ways to ripen the cervix. I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to copy ours, which basically what it does is we added 2 things in here. We added some geo hints, so you can see Austin is in there, right? And we also added natural ways to induce labor, which happens to be another way how people search. So there's natural ways to encourage labor, right? That's one type of search. But then there's also another type of search that says natural ways to induce labor, right? Slightly different, but again, you want to appease to all audience, right? I mean, you're going to want to, and let me go back into this page and going to go to the edit. What I'm trying to say, I'm stumbling, but you want to write your title and meta description in ways that people are searching, right? So again, here, I'm going to change this one and I'll fix the title tag later. Okay, now notice that this all-in-one SEO is telling us to, hey, you're getting past the limit. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to update this, right? And so when I do that, and looks like it's updated, maybe I'll open into a new tab. Let's open this into a new tab, right? And when I go there, the meta description is a little bit hard to see because you can only see the title. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a white space go to view page source, right? And then you're going to make this a little bit bigger because I'm blind. And then I'm going to say Control F, meta name, right? And notice that, this is the one I just updated here, okay? So this is the one we just changed, and you can see it says at the end, it says natural ways to induce labor. Okay, bam, just like that, okay? And if you're using something like Squarespace or Wix, similar stuff applies. We may actually do another video on that, so come please check us out. But let me go back to our other listings here. So same thing here, for the dentist website, the original meta D was, it said Dr. Lisi, she's great, but that's not enough information. Plus it's too short, right? So we changed this to this one here, okay? And then for our Plano one, it also didn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'm going to actually copy this one here. Okay, and hopefully this time it will work. So I'm going to go back to my website here, and then, ooh, not there. I don't want to put that there. I'm going to click edit page. And once it does that, let's just scroll all the way down here to the bottom. Right, it's a little bit a longer page. And then if I come back here, see where it says Plano SEO digital marketing, I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to add this one instead. So it's 132, it could be a little bit longer, that's fine. But I just want to make sure that it says we provide. Okay, so remember that. I'm going to go ahead and update this. And looks like it's updated, right? And again, you may be wondering, how did I get this? We got this through a plugin called All-in-One SEO plugin. Okay, it's right there, All-in-One SEO pack. So you have to have that plugin, and if you're not sure, connect with us. We can show you how to do that. So let me just refresh this page one more time. Oh, she's not happy. If I go to the page we're working on is this one. If I go here, and I think, let me just refresh it. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit OCD on this. And yeah, by the way, connect with us. This is, you can, it says you can get a free report. Call us if you want to. If I right click here, view page source, right? And then I'm going to, again, search for meta name right there, right? And which one is it? It's kind of hard to see a little bit here. Meta description right there. So let me just do this one. So it says Plano SEO, we provide digital marketing. That's the one we just changed, right? We just did that right here. I keep going to the natural labor. Here it is. All right. So I think that's a quick demo. I hope you found this useful. Again, the page title and meta description are the two most important things you should work on. And then, connect with us. We are Cash Data Consulting in Plano, Texas. Other than that, happy holidays, and we'll see you in 2021. Bye-bye. I hope you found the video useful. Thank you for watching it. We would love to hear from you, and if you have any questions, connect with us. The best way to do that is through our website. Here it is on the screen. You can also connect. There should be a link up there, okay? We have a blog that we regularly post topics on digital marketing, also focus on small businesses. In addition, we have obviously our social media, so you can connect with us on Facebook if you like. We are very active on Twitter, Instagram, and then finally YouTube. That's where you're seeing our video. Again, have a good day, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.